for another update. Let's take a look at XRP over here on the 4-hour time frame going back to July 5th. And what we have over here is a 5-wave move to the upside with the 5th wave coming up towards the 1.236% extension. You see how we perfectly tapped the 1.236 and then we came down for an ABC correction. Okay, this over here was our 5th wave, and this over here could have been our wave 1. So we have 5 waves within a wave 1, and then you come down for an A, B, C correction. Okay, now this ABC correction came down towards the 78.6% fib. As you guys can see, we perfectly hit the 786 and then rally towards this trendline resistance. Okay, this is our trendline resistance over here, printing a little bit of a inverted head and shoulders pattern. Okay, now there's 2 scenarios here. The first scenario would be that this over here is your A, B, C correction, and this would be our wave 2, and now we're working on our 3rd wave to the upside. Okay, right, so then if this was our wave 2, then that would mean that this would be our subwave 1 of 3, and our subwave 2 of 3 is forming right now, before we have a subwave 3, 4, and 5 all the way up there. Okay, and we're currently on the 61.8% fib. Okay, so if you take a fib from this low over here up to this high, you can see that on the logarithmic scale, we have already hit the 61.8% fib. So I'll make these thicker so you guys can see. You see how we came down to the 618 over here? Now, there is a possibility that we come down towards the 70.2% fib or the 786 if we end up losing 0.5117. Okay, so this is the 702. So this is the 786, 702, and the 618. So if XRP comes down and loses these 2 levels over here at 0.5151 and 0.5117, then it's likely we'll go ahead and come down towards 0.4867 at the 702 with a possible wick towards 0.4709. Okay, so now the first scenario that I was showing you was that this over here would be our wave 2, and now we're working on our wave 3. The alternate scenario would be that we're currently not done our wave 2, and instead of this being an ABC, it would be a WXY correction, right? So you have an ABC down, you have an AB, you have an ABC up, right? And now we're working on an AB, and now we're working on the C wave of our Y wave. Okay, and then this would be our WXY correction, just like that. Okay, I'll make these black so you guys can differentiate between the waves. Okay, right, so it's either this is done over here, the correction is done, but if we end up losing this level right over here at the 702, 786, then it's likely the price will go ahead and take out the low set on September 6th down towards the 70.2 at 0.4867 with a possibility to wick towards the 786 at 0.47. Okay, now that would actually be hitting this trendline support over here that we have been respecting. Okay, we respected it, so we hit our low here on July 4th, came back to it on August 5th, so exactly 1 month later. Now, on September 6th, you could say that we were just coming back to it over here, right? So this correction could be done, but remember, these 2 intermediate supports must hold, right? The correction could be done so we can come back up to this trendline resistance, waddle around in here before we end up taking off. Okay, but now if you lose this intermediate support over here, then it's likely it will come down towards the 702 and 786. And this trend line would be over here, like this. Okay, and then that would be our wave 2, right? This would be our wave 2, and then we can finally start our explosive wave 3 to the upside. Okay, now we need the Russell 2000 to follow suit as well. So when we go ahead and take a look at the Russell, you can see that we did lose the 61.8% fib today. We're currently on the 70.2% fib, and there is a possibility that we wick down to the 786 and possibly the 886 sitting at 2021, which would be resting right at this trendline support. Okay, now I do expect a grind towards the upside to around the $2,700 to $2,800 region, but currently we are not seeing expansion yet. Okay, so we're just on the fib supports here, right on the 702. Rate cuts would be next week, so we'll definitely see how the markets react to that. So right now we would want to take a look at the Russell. It's on the 702, and there is a possibility it comes down to the 786 or the 886 at 2021, right at this trendline support. Okay, going back to XRP over here. Going back to XRP over here. What bulls would want to see here going forward to confirm that the bottom is in is a push above the 70.2% fib on the linear scale. So that would be sitting at 0.5895. All I did to find this resistance is I took a fib from this high over here on August 24th down to the low on September 6th. Put the 70.2% fib on your chart. If the 4-hour gets above this level, then it's go time. Okay, and then we can say that this over here would be the end of your Y wave, your WXY correction. Okay, but let's be open-minded to the possibility of coming down towards the 702, 786 at 0.4867 and 0.47 before we continue upwards. Okay, so everything is looking good for now as long as we're consolidating here within this pennant, but I do expect more upside soon. Okay, we're actually very squeezed over here. When we take a look at XRP on the 12-month chart, we do see that we are very squeezed. We're actually squeezed on all time frames, small time frame and high time frame. So this is the 12-month chart over here. As you guys can see, we are still within this pennant over here. Okay, I don't see this breaking down, right? It would be very, very unlikely. If anything, I would see it just breaking up. So yeah, I don't see this breaking down. When we even take a look here at the daily time frame, we can see that forming a little bit of a wedge over here as well. So the price is squeezed on all time frames, and we're just consolidating within this wedge. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the XRP video. Everything is looking good for now. What bulls would want to see here going forward is for the price to hold above 0.5151 and for us to get back above 0.5895 in order for us to confirm that this over here is our bottom at the 61.8% fib. If we can't do those two things, then it's likely that we'll come down towards the 70.2% to 78.6% fib right at this trendline support. Right over here. Okay. Now you can place the trend line like this, right, and say we've already bottomed. But if we can't fulfill this criteria that I mentioned, then it's likely will come down over here. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. The intermittent target would be resting at $1.10 and $1.30. We're a little bit shy of $1.30. When we take a look at XRP on the historical chart over here, we can see here on the daily time frame. So actually, let's go to the 3-day time frame here. And what we're going to do is just take a simple fib from this high on April 2021 down to this low. And notice where the 702 and the 786 is at, $1.10 and $1.30. Okay? So it wouldn't be a bad idea to skim some profits here, not financial advice. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to stay updated with the analysis and all of your favorite coins, then definitely click the link in the description below to join the Discord. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.